Assalamu alaikum. Balkonton bi Star TV. Alla program on min canal Star TV every Sunday from 11 to 12. Albadi malem Abubakar ndabo wolbale jambi comme school or program on dem educational program comme karanol ning karamundo dinul ning karamul aninge kolya kol min soro ila karangola bundaro bidu narawole jang la serekunda jang nalaje comme serekunda masere and then after nimul dolbe diamo soro inshallah stay tuned, don't touch that. Okay, good evening, gentle lady. What's your name?
My name is Aja Balde.
Aja Balde. Aja, are you? We are right now on your school hour program that comes to you on Star TV. This is about. We want you to share a little bit career of your educational career with others who are watching right now. We will start by. Have you gone to school?
Yeah, I am going to school.
What are you, a graduate or you are a dropout?
No, I am a graduate and still going to school.
Okay, would you tell us about your educational career? Like, what was your problems when you are going to school? You have some difficulties financially, like bullying at school. What exactly? You have a teacher who always beat you at the school, or what? Like the teacher don't like you. You know, go out of my class. Do you have all those stuff when you're going to school?
Yeah, when I was in junior school, I used to have a teacher called Mr. Kite. I used to be very scared of that teacher. He normally teaches us science. So each time we have science, I'll be scared. I'll be like, wow, hey, if I don't leave this class, is Mr. Kinte should meet me here. He might punish me or do something. But always, I used to have a friend called Mariama Eva. She used to encourage me a lot. Like I can say she was the one that encouraged me. And I had a sister called Sena Butu. She did encourage me a lot about my schooling. Yeah, and I was supported fully by my uncle and auntie. They paid my school fees all this while. I have never cried for anything in school. Yeah.
What level were you explaining about? Which level? Is it a junior level or your primary level?
This was my junior school level up till my senior level.
Okay, right now you said you are going to school. What exactly? What school are you going to? Which tertiary institution are you going to? Are you going to the college, university, GDTI, or?
I am attending Inside Training Center at Chichistown. Yes, I am a journalism student. I'm doing certificate in journalism.
Certificate in journalism. What is again, Balde? Balde, like, are you married?
Yes, I am married.
You are married, and you're still going to school.
Yeah, and I am still going to school.
What do you have for people who thought that like marriage is a barrier between you and your educational career?
Well, I would like to tell my sisters out there who are sitting, when you are married, it doesn't mean that you have to be a full, complete housewife. You see, you have to also stood up as a woman. Nowadays, the world does not only belong to men, but women too can do it as men could do. So, like a young woman, you cannot just sit out there, be waiting for your husband to be going out there, doing each and everything for you. Your husband cannot take care of you, your kids, and your own family. You have a family to take care of, a family that is looking up to you. Like some of my sisters, your parents will educate you up to senior secondary level. Some will even go to tertiary level. When they finish, they will just go and sit at the corner there and say, yes, I am married, I don't have to do things. My husband have to go out and search for things for us in the house. That is not correct. As a woman, you should also have a voice, and also I think we have the capability to do it.
Okay, that's very fine. And just not long ago, you guys are celebrating a Women's Day, isn't it, right? When you said married, what exactly do you mean?
Like marriage, people misinterpret marriage. When they say marriage, it's marriage is like when we come to the Muslim way, when they say marriage, though the man have to be superior, the man have to be above the woman, but it doesn't mean the man have to control you 100%. You will have your bit and the man will have his bit.
Yeah, I've been to school. I did my primary, secondary, and now I'm at the tertiary institution now.
Okay, you have graduated from grade 12 and you are at the tertiary.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask you a few questions about I want to take you back to primary and junior level. What were some of the difficulties that you faced while going to school?
The difficulties I was facing during my primary was public speaking. was a big problem for me because I'm a shy person those days. I cannot even stand in front of my teachers and express myself. It was a very difficult thing for me to by then.
Actually, what are you doing right now? What are you studying?
Right now, I'm studying journalism.
Okay. A journalist should not be shy. So are you still shy?
No, it has changed. That's the reason why I went for journalism, because I know that that is the only way to change that shyness in me. So thank God to inside training, things have changed for me. Now I can talk in the public, I can interact with my colleagues and my teachers as well.
Was this your dream job, or it just happened by chance?
It was my dream. I decided to choose this as a career during my even during my primary level, because I was thinking that, yeah, to be frank, I'm a side guy, but this I have to force myself to change that system from going onward to high school. Through my high school, I was thinking the same thing. But one thing that's come to my mind is I have to change this shyness, because this is the only career I want to do. I don't have any other career but only to do journalism.
Okay. If you want to compare the school before and schools now, the problems that we encountered during those days and today, do you think there are some changes, or still the same problems are trending?
Yeah, I think some has changed, but still we have some existing still. Because those days, because for me, though I was not the school I attend most of the time, they are only in this greater Banjul area.
Okay.
Most of the time in the combos, because I did my primary at Bundung, I did my secondary school at Bundung. Only my high school I did it at Kotu Senior. So I was not facing that much difficulty like the others, currently the difficulties that other students are facing. Because some of the students, they are facing this to get vehicle is a problem for them. But for me, during my time, that is not a problem, because the high school is kind of not in the Banjul area. Most of the time, I did my high school at Kotu, so I was not facing those difficulties. But my younger brothers and sisters, they are still facing. Some of them, they get school very late due to transport constraints. So
in talking about transportation, what do you think is going to be the solution? Is it like the private sector that should chip in, or the government should come in with transportation system for the schools?
Yeah, I can say the private sector should step in, but also the government should also step in by providing buses for the students, not only the students, even the public. Because sometimes we do have vehicle, but the public cannot share transport with the students, because even we have too much of vehicles, but the public still, to access vehicle for them is very good, because it will help the students to get school very early. But I think the private sector should also play their quotas, because this not only the government can do these things, so private sector should also play their role.
Okay. As you were going to school, you know that you finished your schooling, but some of your friends were dropouts, like they did not finish schooling.
Yeah.
So what do you think the government should do for those kind of people? Is it to take them back to school, or help them open skill projects to train them to be something?
Yes, some of my colleagues or some of my sisters who are out there, some of them, they have reason why they drop from school. Some of them because of the financial issue, that's why they drop from school. Some because of they thought they cannot continue the education, because they thought that by failing their high school examination, the worst examination or the best examination is the end of their school career or like that, whatever. But I think the government should provide vocational skills for the young ladies out there and young boys, so that we can engage into something, or they can engage. Not only some of my colleagues, they are dropouts, not because they are stupid. It's because of the financial difficulties. Their parents cannot afford it, or guardians, so they have to drop out from school. But I think some of them, if they have like these vocational skills or other things that can help them to boost their what they aim to do, so they will go for it.
Yeah, I completed grade 12 and
Which
go
school?
straight to Inside Training Center from Mahat Senior Secondary School.
Okay. You must have faced some problems while going to school.
Yeah.
Can you highlight some of those problems that you were facing?
Some of my problems are financial problem, and also my family, we don't have much girls. It's only I and my sister. So that one also graduated she graduated before me, and that I was at grade 10. By that time she was at college. So we don't have much girls in our family. So I do face a lot of problems and difficulties in terms of house chores.
So right now, what are you doing?
Right now I'm studying journalism at Inside Training Center.
Was this a dream job that you had in your mind before, or is it just came by chance?
Yeah, since my junior school, I aim to study journalism because it is part of me. It inspired me.
What do you think the problem journalists are facing in this country?
Right now, lack of freedom, I think. Lack of freedom. Journalism nowadays, journalists don't have a free voice. Yeah.
Like you cannot express yourself the way you want to.
Yeah.
Well, we live in a democratic country. I think you are free to express yourself anyhow, anywhere, anytime.
For sure, but that is not implying in this country.
So what do you think is the solution for this problem?
Government should try and recognize the voice of journalists. As I can remember, one of my teachers told me that journalists, we are the fourth chamber. Like when it comes to legislature, judiciary, this thing, legislature, judiciary, and government, we are the fourth chamber. Yeah.
So you need the government to give you the freedom to express yourself anyhow.
Yeah, for sure, because they are the only one who can give us that, because as they are the head of the state right now. So.
And do you think that dream of yours would come true?
For sure.
Okay. As a young lady going to school, are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm sorry.
Is it easy, like doing this journalism work? Like, because I know you want to become a housewife. You'll get married. So how are you going to plan to be carrying on with your job and family life?
For right now, marriage is not even part of my plans right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to focus on my learning till I finish my diploma, my advanced diploma.
Then you start thinking about it.
Yeah, then after I start thinking of marrying.
Thank you very much for your time.
You are welcome.
What's your name, bro?
My name is Ibrahim Jambang, but a lot knows me by Diggy.
Okay, Diggy, you are on Star TV right now, and this show is about educational programs. We call it School Hour program, where we express, we deal with people and ask them about their educational careers, the problems that they face when they are going to school, and after all, the success that they are earning right now. Diggy, would you like to tell us about, have you gone to school?
Yes, I've been to school. I went to St. Peter's High School. That's where I did my high school. Actually, basically, I did all my school time career life in St. Peter's. I went to St. Peter's Primary School, then St. Peter's Junior and Secondary School, and then I proceeded to St. Peter's High School for my grade 10, 11, and 12.
How does Lamin, St. Peter's and Lamin? Okay, Diggy, you graduated, right?
Yeah, that's right, in 2014.
2014. Diggy, what are your problems when you go into school? Like, what are your major problems that you face? Like financially, okay, like, you have a problem with your teacher. What are your problems like? What troubles exactly do you face? Do you have somebody who always beat you in the school?
Yeah, bullying is not my thing, but when I was in school, my major problem was focus. That was the problem I have. I was not really focused on the purpose that I was in school, that is studies, to focus on my studies, because I was mostly distracted by, when you are a teenager, you are distracted by certain things that are not even important in your education. So that doesn't even go in line with your education. That distracts me the most. And also, that we call the peer influence, you can say that, but I don't believe those are peer influences. Things that we adapt in us is the mindset. I think we believe that, these things that are happening to us is because of the people that we associate ourselves with. But I don't believe in those things, because I believe everybody have your own mentality and a belief. But if you believe that anything you are doing, that people put you into it, it will always be like that. So the challenges are not really much, because I think those days the only difficulty I can say is making the wrong decision. not putting school first is also is actually the main problem, because financially one might not be the problem, because I was living in Lamen, so the school is in Lamen, so transportation was not a problem. Yeah, the school was actually good by then.
That's cool. When you go to school, what was your dream? Like when you completed school, okay, do you want to be a minister or a president or something?
Yeah.
What was your experience?
I love that question, because when you ask me, it reminds me of what I really wanted to be, and now I cannot do that, because when I was going to school, since I was in primary school, I dream of becoming a pilot. That's what I wanted to do. Yes. Yes, of course. Yeah, I wanted to be a pilot. I always have that dream. But the more I grow, I get to realize that I have some other potentials. But when I graduated from high school, that's the time I realized that, okay, I have some other potential, some side of me that is hidden, that I am good at, and that is actually working in the media, like being a presenter and all those things. So that's something that I love, and when I graduated, that was the time I started to pursue that. But when I was in school, I don't believe in all these things. I believe like when you graduate from school, it's straight to suit and tie, sit in the office, bank or whatever, not being a minister or president. Those are the things that we believe will give you a better life. But when I graduated, I realized that it's a different thing out there, Skill, yes, skill is something that can get you a fast income and can get you, what you want. But people don't believe that. I think most of us believe that if you are not in the office, you are nowhere to be, If you don't graduate from high school, it's just straight to the office. But when I graduate from high school, after I face the real world, I get to understand that it's different out there.
That's very, very key. What will I call you, Diggy or Ibrahima?
Anyway.
Okay, Diggy, let's go on, Diggy.
All right.
Diggy, like there are thousands of students, I call them, or graduates that are sitting outside there. What would be your word of wise, like an advice to those people who are, because like you are a role model, you are a media personnel, you have experience. What will you advise them?
Hey, I will tell you this, man. When I graduate from high school, I have to face the camera because so they can understand. When I finished my high school, I was sitting for almost 3 years, from 2015 all the way to 2016. I was not even focusing on what to do because I believe like, okay, I need to wait until I have access to either the college or university or even I have a job. But then you don't understand. You think sitting down, waiting for it to happen, it will happen. Not knowing that if you don't go for it, it will never happen. So when I get to realize that, thanks to a big homie, a big friend of mine, that was also was in a radio called DJ Fableton, was the first guy to give me a shot, to give me a mic. When he gave me that mic, I hold that mic. The first time I started talking, that was the time I realized that there was a potential inside of me that is in line with what I'm doing right now. So from that point, I realized that if I was sitting at home, this would not work. So my only advice to you, anything that you think you can do, no matter how small it is, no matter how you think it's not working out there, forget about how people will define you. Forget about how people will see you. The only thing is how your heart is and how you make yourself happy. If at all what you think you want to do, it is something that's where your heart lies, go for it. Don't sit back. And if school is not working for you, sometimes it happens. Some of us, we drop out of school and we think that's the end of it. If you drop out of school and you're sitting out there, I'm telling you this, please get up right now. You have so many potentials inside of you that you can do and make a change. If you don't get up right now, you can never make a change in your life. There is no shortcut to it. Whatever you want to do, start from zero. But to be honest, we don't one day. We don't want to go through the struggles. The struggle is real. So you get cameraman, journalist, whatever you are doing, start from zero, face obstacles. That's what is gonna build you. But if we are not ready, most of us are not ready to face the reality. We just want that's why I want to give up. You start this year, it's not always about the money. Work and create a job. If you create a job, money will come your way. But don't work and then expect people to pay you. Pay the cash every month. Get your own money, and then at the end of the day, get the work, get the skill, get the knowledge. Build up yourself. So the money will come towards you.
Wow, dem na school why the family dal complete my school dal.
Complete. But ban grade nga am?
Dem na grade 12, but it was a financial distinct problem.
Okay, jeexal loo grade 12.
Yeah.
Loo exams.
No.
Okay, mun nañu wax ne da nga bokk ci drop out si. Ñu leen di ooyee drop out.
Waaw, exactly.
Okay, yow lam moo nekkoon the reason comme jeexaluloo sa school.
Comme lu ma la wax rek, comme like lack of capitals, lack of finance, yeah.
Okay,
because my family
school fees.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because my family they lack this money. Okay. They are poor family, what I can say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yow jeexaluloo school.
Yeah.
Loolu ban problème lam la indi?
A problem you bari because now like liggéey comme suma buggee ne comme liggéey ni duma dee mun a am comme liggéey bu ma mun a bugg a comme bu ma bugg a bu baax daal xam nga suma wolof bi daal leerul comme but I'm not having the real job that I need. Like if you graduate from grade 12 and you have a very good certificate.
Yow lan ban job moo nekkoon sa dream job comme suma jeexalee school lii laa bëgg a nekk yow lan moo nekkoon sa dream.
Yeah, of course man dama bëggoon comme suma jeexalee school man nekk political living science. Yeah.
Okay.
I study politics.
Okay.
I want to be a politician. Yeah, but unfortunately, I'm got God more nit def dee decide rek waaye yàlla moo dee living doxal daal.
Okay, yow da nga pëne right now still comme dafa lead pour nga demaat school.
No, still now late pour ma demaat school su ma amee comme baax bi comme su ma amee xaalis daal mun naa dellu school still now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Léegi soo dee woon school still yaa ngi am dream boobu pour nekk a political science student or you have another dream?
Of course. Still now the political science is what I want to be in my future.
Okay, yow loo foog ne loolu la government bi war a def pour ñoo xam ne dañ dee drop out from school ñu mun leen a sauver xam their reason pour ñu dimbali leen gars yi dellu si seen jàng.
Ana comme noo ma interviewé nii rek xam nga government bi su ko déggee léegi gannaaw ak naa la still now man su ma amee opportunity bi mun naa demaat school waaw mun nañ dimbale comme ñu bugg a dellu school waaye comme ñu buggut a dellu school tamit mun nañ dimbale comme in a skill program. Yeah.
Okay, yow right now loo nekk di def?
Man right now maa ngi def business.
Okay, yaa ngi def business.
Yeah,
so naka business?
Yeah, mu ngi dem fine.
Yaa ngi am xaalis bu baax?
Not like that, but maa ngi sant yàlla daal.
Well, dem naa school waaye nag complete my schooling bi just difficulties moo taxoon complete my schooling waaye thanks God sant yàlla am naa si li ma yëngu because suma moromi ndaw yi li ma leen a dénku tam soo demee school tam ba wàcce tam am na yeneen yoo xam ne tam mun nga koo defal sa boppa nekku ne toog si office bi rek moom mooy li laa mën a yóbbu wax dëgg yàlla jàng bi na am na solo waaye fu mu nekk di jàng bi ñu ngi koo def da nga wàcca doo am liggéey waaye liggéey buñ seen rek toog si office rek mooy liggéey gi mais na job yaa ngi fi carpentry job yaa ngi fi lu nekk foo mun a yëngu rek nga ma xam ne mun ngaa toppatoo sa fiit sa njaboot gi ak toppatoo sa boppa moo gën daal nga toog daal ne yow office gi rek moom mooy li la war a yóbbu kanam non jàng bi ba pare second li jàng bi fu mu nekk nii dafa nekk loo xam ne dafa naas trop jàng bi dafa dellu gannaaw trop.
comme si naka la.
waaw bi ko fu mu nekk nii jàng bi nu ñu leen a war a dimbale léegi dimbale boobu noonu amatu si schooling bi bi ko nekku ne yëfi politique moo taxoon waaye jamono bu chairman nekkoon fii dëgg na schooling bi amoon nañ free education.
ok maa ngi la delluwaat tuuti si gannaaw nga ne da nga bàyyi woon school lan moo nekkaan sa jànkuwante bi comme lan moo taxoon nga bàyyi school.
ok first of all number one sax li gënoon a nekk suma problème because time boobu noonu yëfi xale yaa mu ngi duggoon si boxa bi waaw play lifin yi daal maa ngi nekkoon ku dëgër boppa daal waaye but I was good in school waaye xam nga toppa boy si ni kirib karab daal mu duggoon ma bi nga xam ne jublu ma woon si jàng bi waaye bu ma demee ba si kanam ma gis ne daal maa ngi mes suma boppa maa ngi foyantoo suma boppa.
ban grade nga emoon.
non demoon naa ba grade 6 primary 6.
ban school la woon.
non Larekunda Danso.
Larekunda.
yaa falaa defee suma.
boo doon demoon school yow loo doon xalaata pour nga nekk comme la mu nekkoon sa génta pour nga doon daal soo jeexalee school. non nga bëggoon a nekk président ministre police.
non yooyu sax man xalaatuma woon yooyu noonu pour ay ministre ak lifin yooyu noonu man suma xalaat woon si li mu doon nekk rek xëy na duggoon si construction si nii ida nekk architecte o lifin te ba tey na maa ngi si construct bi maa ngi def building.
léegi boo bàyyee school loo doon def boo bàyyee school da nga toogoon wala da nga doon.
time boobu maa ngi si bandi life bi rek waaw di fo rek waaye after bu ma toogee ma gis ne daal loolu daal yóbbuwuma kanam man xaaral ma jéem a dugal loo xam ne daal dinaa ko def suma bopp bi si laa dem si construction bi ma di si jànga ba yàlla def na léegi mun naa dimbale suma boppa maa ngi demal suma boppa.
léegi comme xale yi ñu am na ñi nga xamante ne dañ fa ne comme soo jàngee comme na ko waxee soo jàngee da nga war a dem toog office wala nga def li nga xamante ne da nga liggéey si nguur gi waaye léegi fu mu nekk nii am na xale yu bëri jàng nañ wàcce nañ am na ñi nga xamante ne jànguñ sax waaye foog nañ seen adduna bi lampa bi fay na loo am pour waxal ñu ne because dem school ñaaka jeexal ndax dafa tax nga ñaaka fail sa adduna bi.
déedéet jeexalanguñ de failanguñ de yi nga su fekkee ne pare nga pour dimbale sa boppa feelu loo nekku ne toog ci office gi rek mooy liggéey gi déedéet mooy comme li ma la ko waxee rek su fekkee ne ñu ngi def yaa ngi dugg ci métier bi rek su fekkee ne yow mookal nga ko tapalewuloo ko jàng nga ko ben ko mookal ñi toog ci office sax li nga am sax ñu toog ci office amuñ ko waaye yow soo toogee nga bugg a naan ataaya nga bugg a toog foofu noonu yow nga ne soo toogu si office bi rek am na ñeneen ñoo xam ne ñu wàcc nañ ba jeexal waaye fu mu nekk nii ñu ngi si fil bi ñoom li ñoo ànd aidé ñu nekk si office bi sax amuñ ko soo nekkul ne soo jeexalut rek soo jeexalee school oo jeexaloo school rek da nga fil loo de lii tax nga fil yow sa bopp soo toogee nga fóol sa loxo yi pare loo def dara boobu moom bu la kenn na sax da ngaa fil.
mu ne nga fil flat.
waaw boobu da nga dee waaw boobu da nga dee pak man daal suma moromi ndaw yi li ma leen a dénku daal ak yuut si koo xam ne jàng nga ba wàcca toog si office bi rek loolu du liggéey gi nañ dugg si fil bi ñu def seen daan seen doole si boobaa daal loolu mën na njëriñ waaye soo buggee toog rek nga ne yow soo amut liggéey office doo liggéey yaa ngi nax sa boppa de bi ko jamono buñ nekk ni dafa toll si jamono boo xam ne ki nga bokkal ndey ak baay sax soo defut benn effort nga bugg a toog rek may ma du la yóbbu kanam de te du yóbbu réew bi kanam ndaw yi daal li ma leen a lifin daal ak li ma leen a ñaan ay yëfi baagu wee yi ne ak yëfi sàccantu yi nañ ko avoid ñu dugga si fil bi dugga si biir dëkk bi ñu daan suñ doole loolu laa am pour dénk suma morom yi yuut si daal.
ok kon jërëjëf yaa ngi Star TV fii nii waa bëgg nañ torop nag am na ak sa advice yu correct yi nga xamante ne dañu rafet torop jërëjëf waaye ak sa time jërëjëf mbaɗigol mbelengaji ñoola bilam alla programme ol min kom ka fay ko Star comme programme min kana Star TV mi yalla nga ka fay ko school programme al badi malem Aboubacar e Ndabo wala bale jang bi natale serekunda Marcel do comme ka mol ñininka ila karamundo Kenya le fo i graduate la bang wala school bande bang fo ma bang ba hani ma bang fana fo ñanta ka sila bang yeblu la ñokan mo jamale diam da milian ko comme ko ne school bang do ko mon so comme officer do o mati na yesi ku jamale be jam Marcel jang wa firol bi jele ku jama bi je milan ko isa keno le bitung manyana ka singa mbulu la ñokan it's all about development of this Gambia. Thank you for joining us with my co Aliou Cissé and my camera team Musa. Thank you and thank you.